Hey guys, Jake and Naz here. We just saw The Eternals, day of the premiere, November 5th. We just want to share with you guys some of our first impressions and thoughts without spoilers. So we're going to
No
keep the spoilers,
spoilers.
we're just going to talk very general opinions we thought throughout the movie, things we liked, didn't like, so.
Us watching the movie, we can definitely see why this movie was divisive amongst critics. I think right now it has a 52% on Rotten Tomatoes, and we can see why. This movie doesn't feel like a Marvel movie. It feels just like a science fiction movie with like Marvel references. But also there's some DC references in there too. Jake and I were surprised.
Oh yeah.
There's a couple of
A few
DC
of
references
DC,
in there. Yeah.
They only reference the Marvel universe, like Thanos and Captain America, Iron Man, like maybe twice,
Maybe.
very few times. So it's very much its own movie.
Overall, the cast was pretty good. Definitely the standouts were Kumail Nanjiani and his assistant.
Comic relief, obviously.
Comic relief.
Yeah.
I think out of all the Marvel movies, this as well was probably the most beautifully shot.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so like the Eternals are on Earth for thousands of years, and it just had great shots of like past cities, Mesopotamia,
Babylon.
Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
One of those Aztec cities, remember?
Tenochtitlan.
Yeah.
I think it's the
It
pronunciation.
was just like beautiful shots, and it also had great shots of outer space, which I really liked. Yeah, some great space shots.
So the first about third of this movie, like
Slow.
it's slow, and they introduce a lot of new concepts and ideas that we're just the audience is just trying to catch up on. Okay, what is that? What is this term? What are they doing here? And then you understand their mission is revealed on Earth. Like, why are they there? And then from that point, everything starts to kind of click and make sense.
Which
and
was
the
a
movie kinda
nice,
gets going there.
which was a nice change of pace from most kind of Marvel movies too, because sometimes they start great and then they get kind of slow and boring,
Could be.
you know. But this one kind of started a little slow, and then it
picks
picked
up.
up toward the end, and where
Definitely
it's like
picks up.
it keeps me really engaged towards the end. I will just say Angelina Jolie did not need to be in this movie at all. We'll just leave it at that.
They could have gotten another actress to play that role. She was fine in it, nothing to complain about. But just having since she's has such a large name in Hollywood, you feel like her character would have been used a little bit more.
Same thing with Salma Hayek.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, she was just like another name they just had to slap on there to get people to come show up.
Could be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels like-
But other than that, their performances were fine.
Speaking of actors who were not in the movie too much, Kit Harington also had about 5 minutes of screen time. You can definitely tell from the end and the end credit scenes, it's definitely going to be its own kind of franchise, which is nice.
Yeah. Speaking of, there are two. There's two. There's a
Oh, yeah.
mid-credit scene. And then there's the post-credit scene. Both are very interesting, and it sets up the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, of course, stick around for that. All right.
But we did get to see Jon Snow and Robb Stark together.
Just to recap, we liked the movie. We'll talk more about it on our breakdown and review video for The Eternals. But again, we both understand why this was a divisive movie, because it doesn't feel like a superhero movie. It just feels like a science fiction movie with Marvel references in there.
In aspect.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next video.